Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in the room. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. I hope that you're all doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Come on in the room. I gotta find that song and play it. That will be the theme song to start the live out. Good morning. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Good morning to you all. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever your time zone is. I keep forgetting that there are all different time zones here. Yes, Miss Gloria. How are you? Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Francine. Hello, Marisol. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the room. Double tap for me. Share the stream out. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Carlos. Good morning, Teeks. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Let's share the stream out. Let's do that. Let's take a second to share the stream out. Double tap. Let's bring some new people in the room. Good morning, Life is Precious. Good morning, Eileen. How are you? How are you? Good morning, good morning. Double tap, share the stream out for me. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Good morning, Charles. How are you? How are you doing? All right. All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Chantel, how are you? Did it share? No, it didn't share. There we go. All right. All right. Double tap, share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all. Good morning, Forte. How are you? Let's see. Happiness 300. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Kenny. How you doing? How are you doing? Good morning, everyone. Double tap, share for me. Let's bring some new people in the room. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's bring some new family members in the room. Double tap, share. Share, share, share. Thank you for those of you who reached out to me and let me know and confirm that you will be in the room for the retreat. I will be sending out the final information soon. I'm just waiting on getting the link from the hotel so that you can reserve your rooms. Good morning, Brayden. How are you? All right. And then I will also have the link for registration for the retreat. Any advice for speaking in a classroom? Advice for speaking in a classroom if you hate public speaking. Okay, my advice would be, now, do you get to choose what topic to speak on? Let me ask that. Do you get to choose what topic to speak on, or is that something that was predetermined by the organizer? Let me know. The person who asked that question about hating public speaking. Would you believe that I once did not like public speaking as well? I know it's hard to believe because I get on here, I turn the camera on, and I just go. I know that's hard to believe, but yeah, when I was doing my degree in human resources, I was like, oh my God, I can't do no public speaking. And I actually did good in that class. I did really good in that class. So let me know, my friend, do you get a choice? Do you get to choose, read an article in class, have to present a mock trial about it in front of the class? Okay. All right. One thing that I was taught is that if it's the eyes that you're afraid of, find something in the back of the room to focus on, right? It will give the illusion as if you are making eye contact with the group, but find something in the back of the class that you can focus on as you're doing your presentation, all right? Because I know eyes, a lot of people are afraid of eyes. And I think public speaking ranks very high on the major fears of people in general. So I applaud you for even going to do it. But what I was taught before is that you find something in the back of the classroom that you can focus on instead of looking at the eyes, because it's the eyes of people that you're afraid of, right? The judgy eyes, or maybe somebody will make a face and try to throw you off. Find something in the back of the class that you can focus on, all right, as you're doing a presentation, and make it fun. All right, you want to make it fun. Try to add a little bit of humor into your presentation. Open it up with some type of humor or a rhetorical question, okay? Usually look down, look up every other minute. Yes, so find something in the back of the class. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm teaching, just listening, okay? Find something in the back of the class to focus on, all right? And try to make it fun. Open up with something that is humorous. Ask a rhetorical question. Get them to lighten up a bit, okay? Especially if the article was something serious that maybe a little bit draining to get through, but make it humorous. Add some joke into it, all right? Don't work before. I'm not sure what that is, Rizzo. I forgot my Easter speech when I was little. Now I have phobia of public speaking. So you got to practice to get over that, Daryl. And you can practice in the mirror. Do that in the mirror. You're very welcome. Come back and let me know how it goes, okay? Mr. Pickley, please come back and let me know how it went for you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. We're 133 deep. Welcome to the room. I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. I was just giving a lesson on public speaking. Someone has to do a presentation. So that's what I was doing right there. But welcome to the room. Hit the follow button if you're new here. If you're looking for a community that provides you with motivation, valuable insights, and practical strategies for success, you are in the right place. So get connected. Hit the follow button. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So hit that follow button so you get the notification whenever I go live. Good morning, Erin. Good morning, Yoni. Let's see who else is here. Rizzo, Costa Rica. Okay. Thank you. I read a lot. That's why. Good morning, Esther. How are you? All right. So let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. I shouldn't be a long one this morning. It shouldn't be a long one at all. I don't think I have any stories to tell today. I don't think so. We'll see though. I don't think I have any stories to tell. Good morning, Jerry. How are you? So let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Hey, Jean. Good morning. Go ahead and drop in the comments some things that you are grateful for today. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. What are some things that you are grateful for today? We're not complaining. We're finding things to be grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? Let me know. The big three, awesome, and progress. Yes. Yes, indeed. I love that for you. If you're new here, the big three is life, health, and strength. That's what the big three is. And I truly believe that if you have the big three, you can overcome anything. You can become who you desire to become. You can accomplish anything that you desire to accomplish. As long as you have life, health, and strength, you have enough to start. All right. Grateful for everything the Lord has for me. I love that. I love that. I love it. All right. The big three, my family, my job. Yes, indeed. It's 4:45 a.m. All right. Thank you so much for waking up and joining us here. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for peace. Awesome. Awesome. Ahead with English. Are you an English teacher? Let me know. Let me know if you're an English teacher. I wouldn't mind partnering with a second English teacher. I get so many requests for English, to learn English. You are an English teacher. Can you send me a message? Send me a message. I have so many requests for those who want to learn English. please send me a message, okay? Ahead with English. Please send me a message and let's get connected. I do need a second connection teaching English. All right. Isa, you're saying me. Is it that you want to learn how to speak English? Is that why you said me? All right, awesome. Yes, let's get connected. Let's do that so I can send them your way so that they can get in an English class, okay? All right, so we're doing our gratitude check-in. You're dropping in the comments some things that you are grateful for today. I also want to have class. Okay, Antonio, message me the word English so I can get you over to the English teacher, okay? Good morning, Soul Vibe. How are you? How you doing? How you doing? Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all so much for hopping in the room. All right, so we've done our gratitude check-in, and we do our gratitude check-in to help to keep us in a mindset of abundance. Good morning, Latasha. How are you? So for those of you who have any other question for me, I want to make sure that you use that orange box next to the comment section. Use that box if you have any questions about my books, questions about my program. If you want to work with me, you just want to send me a message, use that little orange, or is it yellow? I think Miss Liz said that it's yellow or yellow. A little box with an arrow next to the comment section. Please use that to get in touch with me if you have any questions for me. All right. And most of the questions that you have, I already have preset answers in there for you. It's orangish. Yeah, I know. It's like a little yellow, a little orange. Yeah. All right. But use that little box right there to get connected with me. All right. And there are preset answers already loaded in there. So you will get your response really quickly. All right. The box with an arrow. I'll stick with that. Good morning, Lux Elite. I will stick with that. The box with an arrow. Use that for any questions that you have. Again, I have pre-filled some answers in there. You can get connected with me immediately through that portal right there. Okay, so make sure that you're using that. Yes, so the little box with an arrow. That's what we're going to stick to. All right, so we've also made a promise to ourselves. Ooh, we're 156. Thank y'all so much for coming in the room. Make sure that you hit the follow button so that you will get the notification whenever I go live. Good morning, Pablo. Good morning, Keish. How are you? Grateful for the big three and peace. The peace of God. I love that. I love that. Now, we've also made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves this year. And we have been doing so. We're going to continue to do so. So let's reiterate that promise by typing in the comments. I am making bold moves this year, and I'm keeping the promise that I made to myself. Go ahead and type that in the comments. Hey, Steve, how are you? Good morning. Lilia says, I'm grateful for life, healing, wisdom, your stories and strategies. This community, something better lined up for me. Amen. I love that. I love that. I love that. We need a WhatsApp group for practice. What I do have is a chat room. It's the Blueprint chat room. So for those of you who want to get the blueprint, you get added to a chat room, and we will be working on all of this throughout all of next year. So we do have a blueprint chat room. Okay. We do have that. Yes, I'm making bold moves this year. Hi, Laura Dior. How are you? And I'm keeping the promise that I made to myself. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, let's pray, and then we'll get into the word of the day. I'm trying to keep this one short today. Let's see if I can do that. All right, let's see if I can do that. Let's see. And I think what I will do now, let's hold on to that for a second. Let's hold on to that. But yes, instead of a WhatsApp group, maybe sometime in the future we'll do that. But for right now, we just want to stick with the Blueprint chat room. Thank you. Ahead with English. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's pray really quickly and then we'll get into the rest of the agenda. Let's pray. We're going to pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. Good morning, Garrison. Good morning. How are you? Yes, surely, without a doubt, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. We're going to keep it moving and we're going to move right into the affirmations. You can find them in the front of the Bold Moves manual. All right, so we're going to move right into the affirmations. Let's do that. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right, good morning, Patty. How are you? How are you doing? All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. It's important that you do that, okay? It's important that you're affirming yourself every day, every morning. It doesn't matter how you feel. And certainly after you affirm yourself, you will tend to feel better, all right? So make sure that you're repeating these affirmations. Good morning, Krista. Good morning. How are you? Thank you so much. Hey, Matthias, I hope I said that right. Elliot, no, I haven't. Maybe I just don't recognize the name. I don't know, but I haven't. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through. You're going to repeat, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So everyone you hear that connects with you, you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that, okay? So here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself. And I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. So these are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset so we can take the day on with a positive outlook. Yes, Teeks, I love that. Yes, I give myself permission to do what it is that you desire to do, who you desire to become. Good morning, Michael. I think I saw Michael pop up here. Good morning. How are you? How's the family doing? Yes, nothing is impossible for me. Absolutely. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can own it. I can become it. I can live in it. I can drive it, right? I can go there. Absolutely nothing is impossible for me. All right. So these are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset. All right. All right. Awesome. So let's move right into our announcements really quickly. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I sent out the preliminary information about our executive retreat for next March. Please confirm as soon as you can. Run the numbers. So on that graphic that I sent out to you, right? The rate for the room, that is per night. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up. Someone messaged me and asked. So it is per night. Okay. As soon as I have the link from the hotel, I will send it out. Is it too late to get on the list? No, it's not. I will send the information to you today. Okay, Keish. If I don't remember, please message me so I can send it over to you, because I just have it saved on my phone. So I can just send it over to you. All right. It's not too late. But there's a specific number that I'm going with. So as soon as you're able to confirm and let me know, hey, I'm in, I will be there. Once I get to that number, I have to cut it off. Okay. Because the room can fit a certain number of individuals. So I want to stick with that number. Okay. So as soon as I have that amount of registration, I'm cutting it off. Who's in is just in. All right. So this is the retreat for next March, and it will be in Jersey. Okay. So again, if you got the information, review it, check in to see what if you're flying in, what your flight would look like. And let me just say this as well. If you are in New Jersey and you're not going to stay at the hotel, that's fine. That is fine. But I still need your head count, because I'm only taking those who will fit in the room that they have assigned us at the hotel. That's it. Once we hit that number, I'm cutting it off. I have to. Okay. So that's it. All right. So let me know as soon as you're able to do so. Let me know that, hey, I will be in the room. Okay. I'll be there. I will send the information out to you, Keisha, so you will have it. All right. For those of you who purchased the Executive Living Blueprint, you should have gotten your invitation to the chat room. So that is what we're going to work from for all of this for next year. Okay. Liz, I know you had a question about it. I did look into it and we're not able to do that. They didn't give me that option for your question that you had about the chat room. Okay. They did not give me that option. So the one that you see, that's it. Hopefully they will update and change something about that. All right. But thank you so much for asking. All right. My next live mentorship session is coming up this Saturday. Was the information sent out in our email? No, it wasn't. So it was only sent to those who sent me the word retreat. So only those who messaged me the word retreat got the information about the retreat. So it wasn't in an email. It was a direct message in response to the word retreat. All right. So you don't have it. If you weren't on the list, you would not have it. All right. Awesome. So my next live mentorship session is this coming Saturday. If you want to work with me, message me the word. The blueprint. No, it's in your DMs. Check your messages. Check your message for the invite, Keish. All right. That was sent to your DM because it's on the platform. So it just had me invite directly from the platform. Okay. Do you have me on the list? I do have you on the list, but you never messaged me. So that's why you did not get it. Lisa Fire. I hope I said this right. Lisa Fire. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I messed your name up. But I asked you to message me so I could get it to you and you didn't message me. Send me a message so I can get it over to you, okay? Send me a message. Okay. All right. Great. I tried to look you up, but I couldn't find you. So send me a message so that I can get it to you, okay? All right, awesome. So if you want to be in a room this coming Saturday with myself and my mentees, if you want to work with me on your next major life goal, message me the word mentor so I can help you to get enrolled, or use that little box with an arrow. It will give you the information. Use the little box next to the comment section if you want to work with me, okay? It's going to give you direction on what to do. So use that little box just next to the comment section. Use that little box for those of you who want to work with me, and it's going to give you direction on what to do, okay? All right, awesome. Let's do this. Let's get into the word of the day, because I want to keep this one short today. I'm trying to. Let's keep it short. I do not believe I have any stories to tell. All right, let's do this. So today we're going to talk about freedom. Now it's not in the first edition of the BOMUS manual. It will be in 2.0. So the word freedom will be in 2.0 of this, which I'm working on right now. All right, so you won't find it in the original version. Okie dokie. All right. So freedom. Yes, that is the word of the day. Freedom is the word of the day. It is the word of the day. And I'm not going to step on your toes. I won't step on your toes today. So we're talking about freedom today. It is the ability to act, to speak, and to change without restraint. That's the definition that I went with. The ability to act, speak, and change without restraint. That's the definition that I decided to go with for freedom. So I want to stick with the part that says ability to change. That's the part that I want to stick with. Okay? Yes, it's good. It's really good. So I want to stick with the part that says ability to change. So freedom to change. That's what I want to talk about. I want you to know that you have the freedom, the ability to wake up one day and decide to change everything about your life. You can. We all have the ability to some extent to make that decision that, you know what, I want to change. I want a change, and I'm going to initiate a change. Hey, Fernando, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. For the most part, we have the ability to change the things that we don't like, right? Give myself the financial freedom. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we have the ability to change the things that we don't like, to change the situations that makes us unhappy, to change the way that we dress, the way that we think, the way that we handle our money. Whatever change you are desiring, you can do it. You can do it. Yes, give yourself permission to have freedom. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, John. How are you? So yes, you have the freedom and the ability to change or cause a change. All right. We often get so bound up in whatever we're in or whatever we're facing at the time that we forget the truth of freedom. Freedom. In the day and age that we live in, to some extent, most of us, I know there are countries that have certain regulations that prevents you from doing as much as you desire to do. But for the most part, you can adjust your thinking. You can adjust your appearance. If it's a job that you don't like, you can change that. All right. So for the most part, we're able to change, and we have the freedom to change. Good morning, Marcelo. How are you? All right. So don't be so consumed by the issue that you're going through that you forget about the truth of freedom. We forget that whatever the limitations are in our lives, we can decide this is the day that we make a change. This is the day that we make a change. I know a lot of people, and if this is you, no harm to you, but we got to change, right? I know individuals that go to work every day and complain. Like, they absolutely hate their jobs. And I understand that it's putting food on the table. But if you hate what it is that you're doing, if you don't like your environment, make a change. or create a plan to change it. All right? You're speaking directly to me, struggling with change. All right, let me help you here. Let me help you here. Thank you so much for showing up, right? So you got to make the decision, okay, I'm going to change. This is the day that we make that change, okay? You want to get healthier, right? You want to get your health together. This is the day that we make a change. You want to get your finances together. This is the day that we make the change. You want to live in a different neighborhood. This is the day that you start looking, and that is a change, right? You make the decision, okay, let me start looking. What can I afford right now, right? What neighborhood would I like to live in, okay? If it's a neighborhood that at your current financial status, you're not able to do that, okay, let me make a change. What job do I need to get so that I can live in this neighborhood and afford to live in this neighborhood? Now, what are the requirements that I need so that I can get this job, so I can get into this neighborhood? That's change. That's change taking place right there. All right? Sometimes God keeps us in situation to grow before the change. And that is true. That is true. But there's also the possibility of overstaying. There's that part. Overstaying. So yes, God put you there for you to learn something. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. God can put you in a space for you to learn something, right? But there's also the possibility of overstaying. And then you're frustrated. If you find yourself complaining every day, right? You get to that place and you sit in your car and you're like, I really got to go in. Do I really have to go in? Do I really have to do this today? You've overstayed your welcome. You have. You have overstayed your time. All right? That's a clear indication that you have overstayed your welcome there. All right? So if you find yourself complaining, just miserable, just you have overstayed. And this is the day that you make the change. That overstaying is also real. Yes, it is. It is, because even though we're complaining, the familiarity, am I saying that right? Of the environment, however you say that word, makes us comfortable, even though we're complaining. Because it's familiar, we stick with it. We don't like it, right? So I know change is hard. I know it's uncomfortable, but you got to make a decision. Do I want to continue to complain, or will I make the change? Take a chance and make the change, right? Speaks to relationships as well. It does. It does. Absolutely, it does. All right? So you can, and you have the freedom to decide, this is the day. Today is the day. We make a change today. I want to get my health together. I make the change today. No, I'm not bringing that greasy food. No, I'm not bringing that greasy food for lunch. I'm not. Today's the day that I make the change, right? Here's one of the changes that I made in my diet, because I told y'all that I'm on this health journey, right? One of the change that I had to make was that if the thing that I'm bringing to work for lunch, if it's something that I would have for dinner, I'm not bringing it. Like, no. Because that would mean I'm having dinner twice, and that is going to mess up my goal, the health goal that I have. So if it's something that I can have for dinner, it's not going to be my lunch. I can't bring that to work for lunch. That's one of the decisions that I made, right? So as I'm packing for work, like I'm looking at what I'm packing. If this is something that I can have for dinner, I'm not bringing it to work for lunch. It's not. I'm not, because that means I'm going to have dinner twice, and that is going to mess up my goal. All right. So one day I made the decision that, nope, we got to change this. Let's change this. We're going somewhere. So let's change this. All right. So you got to decide, this is the day that I make the change in whatever area of your life that you desire to make the change in. All right. So you can say, as of this day, say that you've been speaking negatively about yourself. Maybe that's something that you struggle with, right? You can say, as of this day, I will no longer speak with such negative words concerning my life, or concerning my situation, or concerning where I'm going, or what I'm building. You can say, as of this day, I will no longer limit the things that I'm capable of accomplishing. Because some of us, we get in that Oh no, that is too high. I can't do that. Investing? Wait, nobody in my family invest. I can't do that. We get in that cycle, right? But you can decide as of this day, I will no longer limit myself to my capabilities. I can do it too. I can accomplish it too. I can have it. All right. So you can make that decision that today's a day that we change. All right. Today's a day that we change. So I'm not limiting my capabilities anymore. You can say, as of this day, I will focus on getting me all the way together. Yep. You can say that. And it's not from a negative point of view, like you're talking down to yourself. No, I want to be better. I want to have a better future, and I know that I have to change some things about myself. So I am making a decision to change. I'm not waiting on somebody else to do it for me. I'm making a decision that as of today, I'm going to start working on me, getting myself all the way together. Gloves off, changing me. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And even if you feel like you're missing some piece of information, right? There's something missing. There's something that I need to know, something I need to learn to take you further, right? Something that will get you to your next level. You got to make the decision that in this change, I will go get that information because this is the day. In this change that I want to make, I will go learn that information because it's time for change. It's time for change. I will go find it. I will go acquire it because I have the freedom to change. And this is the change that I'm making in my life. You can make that decision. All right. Know that change can start here and now. Here and now. Again, as we always say, we're not waiting on permission. We're giving ourselves permission to change, to become, to do, to build. We're giving ourselves permission because we have the freedom to do that. You know what? I want a better version of me. I want a more knowledgeable version of me. I want a more critical thinking version of me. So I'm making a decision to change. All right? I'm making the decision to change and reach out to you for guidance. Yes, 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 indeed. Yes, indeed. Believe me, this was a part of my prayer this morning. Praise God for confirmation. Praise God for confirmation. I'm happy that you showed up today. So I want you to know that you can change. Start here. Start now. You have the freedom to do so. Hi, Katrina. How are you? You can decide that change starts today. Now, I heard a motivational speaker say that you can either continue to say you're going to change one day, or you can decide that this is day one of the change. I'm going to say that again. He said, you can continue to say, one day I'm going to change. Or you can decide that this is day one of the change. It's scary, but worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely worth it. So you get to decide, will I get up every day and say, one day I'm going to change. One day this is going to change. One day that is going to change. Or will you say, you know what, this is it. Today's day one. Today's day one. Yeah, one day or day one. Absolutely, Lilia. It comes down to it. One day or day one. It's up to you. You get to decide. You get to decide. As of this day, I'm making a change because I want to be happier. And I'm making a decision for me. I'm not waiting on anybody else to make me happy. No, today is the day. As of this day, it is my responsibility to make me happy. All right? It's my decision. So I'm making whatever change is necessary and is needed for me to be happy. Yeah, that one, right? Yeah. This is the day that we make the change. I will no longer sit in frustration and just angry and waiting. Oh, when this happens or when that happens, I'll be happy. No, I'm making a change today. Today, I decide that I'm going to be happy no matter what. I'm making a change today. I'm making a change today. So you get to decide, is it going to be one day or is it going to be day one? You get to decide. It's all up to you whether you keep saying one day or you make today day one of change. And yes, I know change is uncomfortable because what you will find, people will fall off, right? The old habits that you're used to, they're going to fall off when you change, right? Your environment is going to change, but you got to stick to it. Stick to the change that you decided on, that you activated your freedom and decided to move on. Stick to it. See it all the way through. Because if you revert, you're going to still have that desire like, man, I want better. I want more. Good morning, Barbie. How are you? You're going to still have that desire. And now you're going to have to start all over again. So see it all the way through. See this change all the way through. And just acknowledge, yes, people are going to drop off because they're not going to like the new me. Some people are just comfortable with the old you, and that is fine. Okay, but no, I want to be a new version of me. So if you can't work with this new version, it's okay. No animosity, none of that. But I've decided to change. I've decided to change because I want better. I want more. I want to go higher. I want to actually become everything that God said that I should be, or what He created me to be. So yes, change is uncomfortable. But if you want the new you, you're going to have to do a new thing. If you want a life like you've never had before, you're going to have to do some new things and activate your freedom to do them. Yep. If you want to create a life like you've never had before, no one in your family has ever had that type of life or lived that way before, you're going to have to do some different things. You're going to have to do it. And it takes activating your freedom to change to do that. All right. I know this is heavy. I know it's heavy, but 2026 is just a skip, hop, and a jump away. And you have to start thinking now, am I going to go through 2026 the same way that I've gone through the last decades? Like, no, I want something different. I want something new. And that requires change. It requires change. It does. Freedom to operate in my highest self. Absolutely. Yes, Sarita, uncomfortable but necessary. Uncomfortable but necessary. But I want you to know that you have the freedom to do so. You do. You have the freedom to do so. You have the ability and the freedom to change any area of your life to facilitate the new. The new you that you desire to be. All right? You have the freedom to change that. All right? So your change may not be a drastic overnight overhaul. You can decide that, okay, my life cannot handle the total overhaul all at once. All right? Maybe you're the one saying, you know what, my life can't handle just a whole remodel all at once. Think about different areas, reflect on them, and see what you would like to start with. Maybe it's your finances, right? All of this year, I've been hyper focused on my finances. Every book that I read, right? The podcast, the podcasts that I listen to, right? The information that I consume, all has to do with finances. I've been hyper focused on my finances this year. And I can see the result in that. I can see the result in that because there's some things that I wanted to change, right? I'm going into a new decade of my life, and there's some things that I definitely have to change. So I've been hyper focused on my finances. And you know how they say that what you focus on, it magnifies, right? I'm telling you, like, my life, since I made a decision that I'm going to focus on finances, like, there's money coming from all over. So now I have to really sit down and be like, okay, let's get a financial structure that can handle all of this money that is coming from all over the place, right? So that's what I've been focusing on, because I made a decision that I'm going to change my financial status. I'm going to change that. I have the freedom to do that, and I am doing that. Right? So you can decide, okay, I can't do the total overhaul, but pick one area. Pick one area that you want to change. Maybe it's your health. Get focused on that. Change something, pull something out, put something in, right? Invest in that vitamin, invest in those supplements that you need. Pick one area. If you're the one saying, I can't do a total overhaul now, my life can't handle that, pick one area and work on it. We all should be good stewards of our finances. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because there's so many other things that happen to us, and it's all a trickle down effect of finances. Bad stewardship or good stewardship. A lot of things that happen in our life is connected to our financial status. The people you talk to, the places you go, the activities that you do, all of these things are connected to your financial status. It's connected to your financial status. All right? All right. So, again, if you cannot do the total overhaul, find one area, pick one area, think about the thing you want to accomplish, and start making small changes today. Day by day. Eventually, you're going to look around and you're going to be a whole new you in that area of your life, and you're going to absolutely love it. You're going to. We're listening and soaking up the knowledge. Awesome. Good morning, Oscar. So day by day, make small changes. And again, eventually, you're going to turn around. It's a whole new you, living a new life, and you are going to love it. You're going to love it because you activated your freedom to change, and you actively did so. Yes, Oscar, you can follow me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, Camilio. I appreciate you. All right. So as you go through your day today, I think I'm going to stop here. 7:20. As you go through your day today, I need you to assess and see what are the things in your life that represents struggle that you no longer want to be connected to. What is it about my life that represents hardship that I no longer want to be connected to? I want to change. Anything that represents struggle and hardship, I need a change in this area. So do an assessment to see what are those things and make the decision. Use your free will and your freedom to change it. To change it. You know what? This job is just very uncomfortable. This work environment is very uncomfortable. And here's the thing about if it's a job situation that you have, right? That is uncomfortable. You got to put a plan together. Your job may be uncomfortable, but you cannot afford to leave because you have kids to feed. And I know all of this. I know it very well. You have kids to feed. You have bills to pay. Can you at least put a plan together? Say, okay, I'm going to stick this thing out for the next 2 years, but here's how I'm going to transition out of this in the next 2 years. That is a part of the change. That is a part of the change. Instead of just complaining, this is uncomfortable, I don't like this, I don't like that, put a plan together, okay? Put a plan together. Like for me, I've been a nurse now for well over a decade, like a very long time, right? So I'm considering transitioning out of bedside nursing to administrative nursing, right? That's what I'm thinking about. And someone will say, wait, but you have a business. Why do you? I love being a nurse. I absolutely love it. Hey, Kitty, how are you? You needed it? Okay, I'm happy that you showed up. So I have structured a plan. Okay, so here's what we're going to do for the next 2 to 3 years, right? I'm also putting my daughter through university, and that's out of pocket because I don't want her to have any debts, right? And I'm working on being debt free. So we're not doing that. Okay, so I had to put a plan together. Ooh, there's 200 and something of you all in here. Please connect, hit that follow button. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. You can join me. Thank you all so much for coming in the room. So as I'm making the plans to transition out of bedside nursing, I've already thought about, okay, how many years do I need to do this? I know I need to get my daughter through university, right? So I've already structured that plan. I got to get her through university. How many more years does she have left, right? And while I'm doing that, I'm structuring my finances in such a way that when I transition from bedside nursing, because if you know anything about the medical field, bedside nursing tends to pay a lot more than the administrative part of it, Like the income isn't capped. Like there's no cap for bedside nursing. I can make whatever amount of money that I want to make, right? What? Oh, you're a nurse. Yes, I am. That's what this one is right here. That's for nursing, and that's for human resources. All right. So as I'm making that transition, I have to now set up, okay, the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to transition out of bedside nursing to more administrative stuff. So I now have to structure my life, right, to facilitate this transition. So you may not be able to do the total shift today, right, with the job that is uncomfortable for you. You may not be able to do the total shift today, but can you put a plan in place and say, hey, in the next 2 years, I would like to transition out of this environment, out of this thing that I'm doing. Put the plan together, because that is an important part of the change. Okay? Utilize your freedom to put this plan together. This is where I want to be in the next 2 to 3 years. And here's how we're going to facilitate this transition. So you may not be able to do the immediate jump. Okay, I don't like this job. I don't want to be here. I'm going to leave. No, not everybody can do that, especially if you have kids, right? I never want my kids to be in a position where they feel like, oh, we're not going to have a roof over our head. We're not going to have food. I never want to put them in that position. So I know there are individuals that cannot do the immediate shift, the immediate transition. I know there are individuals like that. But can you put a plan together and say, okay, the next 2 years, I want to transition out of this, and this is what I would like to do. All right? And see, even if it's something that you feel like you don't have the education for right now, you don't have the experience, is there a volunteer position that you can drop in a few hours to get that added to your resume? If you need help with these things, you can use that orange button here, and let's structure your life for these transitions and these goals that you have, okay? Because I don't have enough time to give you strategies like that. Okay, but you can do it. You can do it. How often are you live? I'm here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. All right. Yeah, but again, if you cannot do the immediate shift, the immediate change, you can make a plan, put a plan together, and start working that plan. All right. I hope this helped you, but exercise your freedom to change whatever area of your life you desire to change. You can change it. Put a plan together and work the plan. If you do not know how to structure the plan, you want to work with me so we can put together a strategic plan for you to execute. Use that little yellow box just below. When you tap on it, it's going to say work with me or mentor me. Click that section and it's going to give you the next step instruction on what to do. Okay? All right? All right. I hope this helped you all. I hope it did. But you do not have to stay anchored to a situation that is making you uncomfortable. You can make a decision for change, whether you're going to do an immediate change or you're going to put together a transition plan, which you can do. You have the freedom to do that. Do it. Okay? Do it. And again, if you want to work with me, you want us to create that plan together, put that plan together based on your circumstances, based on the responsibilities that you have. Use that little yellow box right there, and it will give you instructions on how you can work with me. All right? And let's get you to the next phase. All right, let's do that. All right, awesome. So the word of the day is freedom. Freedom is the word of the day. Let's set our intentions. I said I wasn't going to be long, but I stayed for a whole hour. All right. Let's set our intentions for today. Let's do that. Let's set our intentions. I don't know how that always happens. Like I tell myself, okay, this is going to be a short one today. I guess I just have to surrender to the process. I love to teach and I want to help you all. I don't just want to give you bits and pieces of information. I want to make sure that I'm helping you. I want to make sure that I'm really helping you, that when you walk away from this live stream or any of my live stream, that you actually got some help. Okay? That is always my intention. And I try to be short with it, but it never happens. You laughing at me, Patty? Intentionally moving towards freedom. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the funny thing is, thank you, Keish. The funny thing is, as I am working on me, because even though I am a coach, I have to work on me as well. All right. I don't want to be in dysfunction trying to teach somebody. I don't want to do that. So as I'm working on, like I said, I've been focusing on my finances this year, and I found myself saying to myself the other day, like, all of these financial moves that you're making right now, like, why weren't you making these moves 5 years ago, right? I was asking myself that. But I think as we grow and our mindset change, our focus change, because I'm doing some things now, I'm like, wow, I'm doing this with such ease. Like, I should have been doing this a long time ago. And it's about your mindset, where your mindset was at in that time, in that space of time. It was not ready to do these type of moves or make these types of moves, right? It wasn't ready for that. So now that you're doing it, just celebrate that. I'll give myself permission to outgrow the version of me that were born from survival. Listen, now this is gonna take a whole nother session, but you just hit a nerve right there. Happiness 300. Born from survival. But you just hit a nerve right there. Happiness 300. Born from survival of here, but you just struck a nerve with me right there. Born from survival. I'm telling you, I spent a lot of years from my earlier years just in survival mode, and I needed a change. I needed a shift, right? I knew that when I got to a certain point in my life that I could no longer be in that survival mode. For each individual, it comes at different time, different age. But I knew I got to the point where I was like, no more. I don't want to be in survival mode. And that is why I wrote this book right here. All right. I was so sick of survival mode. Just absolutely sick of it. I needed a change, and a drastic change. This is why I wrote this book, the Serenity Devotional. I needed strength to change the things that I could, and the ability to accept the things that I can't change. Survival mode was driving me bananas. It was good for a while, because here's the thing, and I'm way over my time. When version 2 is coming out? I don't have a date yet, Jackie, but definitely before the end of the year. It is exhausting. It is. It's absolutely exhausting. And I got to a point where I was like, no more. I can't do it no more. And I started to make the shift, started to make the change. And all the strategies that I use, I put them in this book right here. That's why I wrote this one, because I was sick of survival mode. I had to make the change. I had to change some things about my life, right? And I activated my freedom to do so. And that's why I wrote this book. This is my new book. If you want to get a copy, use that same yellow box that's next to the comment section, and there'll be a button there that says want the book or want one of my books, and it will give you the next step instruction. Okay, so use that yellow box below if you want a copy of it. If you're the one that's saying, I'm so sick of survival mode, it is driving my nervous system haywire, because that's what it is. Survival mode is that your nervous system is out of whack. That's what's going on there. If you're tired of it, this will help you. It's 90 days devotional. You just follow it for the entire 90 days. Okay. Oh, I don't have that one. I need to get it. Okay. So use that little yellow box. The little yellow box, there's one section that says, want one of my books. I think it says something like that, or information about the books. All right. But this right here, this is all that I had to use to shift out of that survival mode. Hey, Della Cruz, how are you? All right, but yes, I'm way over my time. Listen, let's make some decrees. Let's do that. Purchase PDF so readable on iPad. Okay, okay. All right, let's make some decrees. I gotta go. I have to go. I do have Bible study tonight, so you can join me on Bible study tonight and we can talk more about the book, okay? Want my book is your list. It's not on the arrow. It should be there. I know I put it on there last night. I know I put it on there because that was homework from my meeting with TikTok. Like that was homework. I had to get that done. I got the book already. Okay, great, great, great. It should be on there. Want a copy of my book? It should be on if you tap that little yellow box. I see it on there. Okay, great. Yeah, so if you want a copy of it, just do that. And I do have Bible study tonight, so I will talk more about this because I'm running out of time. I gotta go. All right, we'll talk more about the Serenity Devotional in Bible study tonight. So make sure that you're connected to my ministry page. All 180 something of you that is on. My ministry page is World Changers, and I'm going to be live on there tonight at 7 p.m. And we can talk more about the Serenity Devotional, okay? All right, Miss Gloria, can you put the tag in the comments so they can see it? Follow me on World Changers. That's my ministry page, and I'm going to be live tonight on that page for Bible study, okay? It's labeled, how can I get your books? Yes, Luxury, thank you so much. That's what it's labeled. So if you click that yellow button below, for those of you who want a copy of it, okay? And we'll talk more about this tonight in Bible study. Yes, World Changers. Miss Gloria just put the tag for my ministry page. So get connected. Follow me today so that you'll get the notification when I go live tonight at 7 p.m. All right? All right, let's make some decrees really quickly. I gotta go. I'm all out of time. Let's make some decrees really quickly. I'm going to decree for all of us, and then I've got to go. All right, let's do this. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. That lip gloss on the table is for you. That new one is for you. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. That is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set, and we know that anything is possible. So, yes, Lilia. She's heading out to the bus, so I wanted her to get her lip gloss. She always takes mine, so I have to give her a restock. All right. So see you all tonight on my ministry page, World Changers. Yes. See you all tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time on my ministry page. Get connected, World Changers. All right. And we'll talk more about the book. So take on the day with faith and expectancy. All right. Have an awesome day. I will see you all tonight. Yeah. See you tonight for Bible study. Bye for now.